Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa ahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, dear listeners. Welcome back to a Ramadan special on Connect with the Quran. I'm just going through the short surahs in the hope of instilling in us a desire to want to memorize them, to learn them. And I will just go through briefly through a bit of their translation and so on, but just to give you a taste of how beautiful they are, and if we can truly want to memorize. We did Wadduha, and it was 11 surahs. They're not long. They are bullet points, short surahs. So if you start counting how many words they are, they're not that many, and it is truly possible to memorize them at any age, any time, whether it's a 4-year-old or when it's a 84-year-old, it's always possible. So please take that take-home message in this beautiful month of Ramadan to connect with the Quran, and even knowing its translations are not difficult, there are short surahs, so we will listen to a recording of this, and it will have the translation on it, and you can try and go through that also, and I'll read you the translation thereafter. But here's let's listen to a beautiful recording of it.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب.
Sadaqallahu Azim. So this is a beautiful a surah which goes together with Wadduha as well, and it says, "Have we not expended your breast and removed from you your burden, and that which did gall your back, and raised high the esteem in which you are held? And verily with every difficulty there is relief, and verily with every difficulty there is relief. Therefore, when you are free, immediately still go back and toil hard in remembering Allah." So Surah Alam Nashra and Wadduha go as a pair. They are primarily as a source of solace to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The two other ones that come a bit further is Inna Atayna Kal Kawthar, of giving Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam the good news of the Kawthar, and here it is about expanding your chest, your breast. It can come in two ways. There were two occasions on which it was done physically to Rasulullah. I'm not going to go into the detailed tafsir of it. You can do make the point of going into it. And the second one is that it's, whenever you're in difficulty, where do you feel the constriction? You feel it around your chest. You feel it around the heart. This whole area feels constricted. So have we not have we not expended? What did Musa alayhi salam say? Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. So have we not expanded your breast? And the same sadri was used in Rabbi shrah li sadri, what we say, please expand my breast to make it be. Have we not expanded it and removed for you your burden? And that which did zahrak. Zahrak is your back, and it really breaks your back to have this. So there's a lot on this tafsir. In fact, sometimes the shorter surahs have a longer explanation of it, such detail. But this is the beauty of Allah, how He gives it to you in bullet points. So how many ayahs it is? It's only 7 ayahs long, but it's so. And the beautiful thing is of when it says فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا. It's repeating a same phrase, that after every difficulty there's ease. And many mufassirs have taken it. You can read it at a superficial level and just see, after every difficulty there is ease, after every difficulty there's ease. Allah is giving us this take-home message of like reiterating. But the beauty is that if you go into the grammar and you see it in more detail, they say in every one difficulty, the usra is the one, but the yusr, the ease that is given, is twice. So even during your hardship, during your difficult time, and you are able, because they say, it's not being patient after the event or something, but it's just while you're going through with it, there, if you can connect with the ease of it, that's half the beauty as well. So just know, and I loved it, when somebody tells you that you are tears of pain or something, and no leaf drops without Allah knowing it. So no tear goes in vain. So in this beautiful month, if it's, and often Allah tests us in the beautiful times is also extreme pain. So in every shar, there's a possibility of, in every really shar is badness, there's a possibility of khair. And also whether we're weddings and other good times we might be having, in every good time, there's a possibility of deep sorrow. And we are familiar with these kind of mixed moments of there's births happening, there's deaths happening, all of that goes on continuously. So, but if you can bear in mind, and we once went around asking each other, what is your favorite surah? And many people said, no, this surah is our favorite surah because it's فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. It's indeed with every difficulty there is ease. So if this is, and the beautiful thing of every surah is that you just take home one key ayah for yourself to know. Like in Wadduha, you can say either Allah is not displeased with you, or Allah, didn't He find you wandering and He gave you guidance. Any one which resonates for you, take it. And when you're reading in your salah, and the beautiful thing, we have so many salahs to read in Ramadan, so many nawafil, so many more. Hopefully we're up in the middle of the night also, and then we can be reading. When you read these, the same surah, time and time and again in every rakah, don't you think you're going to be able to memorize it? Don't you think it's going to be embedded in you? So, and the best way of being embedded in us is when I like to use the fingers, like I said, that for every ayah, you move your finger a little bit, of phalanx, I think they're called. And that's how it will come to you and it will stay. And imagine if in this beautiful time you have been able to use and feel so much more empowered, that not only do I read the Quran from cover to cover, but I've actually memorized a bit more than I had memorized before. And that's where I just would love us to go for and use it. And may it be a constant source of sadaqah jariyah for us, for our children, whatever we teach others, may they be able to benefit from it too. But just for you to know, in a nutshell, inshallah, one day when we go into greater depth of looking at the tafsir of it, but these two surahs definitely go together. And many, there's in a hadith that they also said that Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu actually read it back to back in the same rakah. So, Bismillah, we can always try to do those two, and that way we'll get two surahs memorized all together in the shortest possible time. And it's not about the time, it's just about embedding it in our hearts. That's what we need to be doing in this beautiful month of Ramadan. So with that, I leave you. I pray that it's going beautifully for you and beautifully for all of us, and you pray for me as I pray for you. So with that, I leave you. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.